Imagine a paradise of pristine lagoons and coral atolls, a place where life moved with the rhythm of the tides. Now, imagine that paradise being engulfed by fire 1,000 times hotter than the sun. This isn't science fiction, it's the tragic history of the Marshall Islands. After World War II, the United States took control of the islands, promising protection and peace. But this promise came with a devastating price. The remote atolls of Bikini and Enewetak were identified as the perfect isolated locations for a terrifying new experiment: testing nuclear weapons. In 1946, the 167 residents of Bikini Atoll were asked to leave their ancestral homes. U.S. officials told them it was a temporary sacrifice, a contribution they were making for the good of mankind, and that they could soon return. This was a promise that would be tragically broken. What followed was Operation Crossroads, the first series of tests which included an air-dropped bomb and a spectacular, terrifying underwater detonation. These were just the opening acts. Over the next 12 years, the skies and seas of the Marshall Islands would witness 67 nuclear explosions. The most catastrophic of all was on March 1, 1954. The test, codenamed Castle Bravo, was supposed to be a powerful hydrogen bomb, but the scientists had made a colossal miscalculation. The bomb didn't yield the expected 6 megatons. It exploded with a force of 15 megatons. 1,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. It was the most powerful nuclear device ever detonated by the United States. A massive, mushroom-shaped cloud soared into the stratosphere, but on the ground, a disastrous shift in wind patterns carried a snow-like, highly radioactive fallout eastward. The unsuspecting residents of the Rongelap and Utirik Atolls watched the white ash fall from the sky. Children played in it, thinking it was snow. Within hours, they were suffering from burns, hair loss, and vomiting, the first signs of acute radiation sickness. They weren't evacuated for days. Miles away, a Japanese fishing boat, the Lucky Dragon No. 5, was also caught in the fallout, creating an international incident and revealing the uncontrollable danger of these weapons to the entire world. The people of Bikini and Enewetak became permanent exiles, moved from island to island, unable to ever safely return to their ancestral lands, which were now poisoned for generations. Even a brief attempt to resettle Bikini in the 1970s had to be abandoned when scientists discovered dangerously high levels of radiation in the coconuts, the crabs, and the very soil itself. The human cost has been staggering. For decades, the Marshallese people have suffered from abnormally high rates of thyroid cancer, leukemia, and birth defects that haunt them to this day. A nuclear claims tribunal was set up to provide compensation, but many feel the funds awarded are a pittance compared to the scale of the suffering and the loss of their heritage, health, and homes. The tests stopped in 1958, but the story is far from over. The relationship between the Marshall Islands and the U.S. is now governed by the Compact of Free Association, providing aid in exchange for military rights. But the islands remain a powerful symbol of the Cold War's human cost. Those beautiful atolls, once a paradise, are now a permanent reminder of the sacrifices demanded in the name of security, and the Marshallese people's fight for justice and healing continues. Thank you for watching. If you found this story important, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into history. See you next time.